One pizza chain's own CEO went on camera and admitted his pizza tasted like cardboard. Then that same chain became the largest pizza company on earth by revenue. The others on this list had no such moment of honesty, which is exactly why their customers are now walking out for good. Every claim in this video is sourced directly from federal bankruptcy court records, CDC outbreak documentation, published federal court rulings, and each company's own nutrition disclosures. Some of these 8 chains are a food safety story, some are a business failure story, and one is a labeling story backed by a federal judge's ruling that should change how you read a pizza menu forever. Starting with number 8. Number 8 to avoid, Uno Pizzeria and Grill. Uno Pizzeria built its identity around being the original home of Chicago deep dish pizza. That origin story carried real credibility for decades. What the last several years have shown is a chain that saw a 28.5% sales crash during the pandemic and has since shrunk to fewer than 100 locations from a peak of over 200. Customer complaints center on 2 consistent issues: long wait times driven by the nature of deep dish, and pre-made pizza held under heat lamps rather than freshly prepared per order. When a chain's defining product requires the most preparation time in the category, and the business responds by pre-cooking batches and warming them, the result inverts the founding premise. That gap between the heritage marketing and what arrives at the table is why the footprint keeps shrinking. Number 7 to avoid California Pizza Kitchen. California Pizza Kitchen filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in July 2020. While it emerged and continues to operate, the premium casual dining positioning sits in uncomfortable tension with what the nutrition disclosures actually show. Several of the chain's signature pizzas carry sodium content exceeding 1,500 to 2,000 milligrams per serving per the company's own published nutrition data, placing single menu items at or beyond the CDC's entire daily sodium recommendation for adults. When you are paying premium prices and receiving that nutritional profile, the premium positioning is doing far more work than the actual product. The bankruptcy and the sodium data together describe a chain that has overextended its pricing relative to what it delivers. Number 6 to avoid Sbarro. Sbarro has filed for bankruptcy not once but twice, in 2011 and again in 2014, a record of repeated documented financial collapse that very few national food chains have matched. The mall food court model means pizza is pre-made in batches and held under heat lamps until purchased. The customer complaint record is consistent: lukewarm pizza, with a texture reflecting holding time rather than fresh preparation. The double bankruptcy is not just a financial story. It is the market's cumulative verdict on a product that has repeatedly failed to justify continued existence at the price it charges, even in a food court where the competition is already low. Number 5 to avoid CECs. CECs filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in January 2021 and closed approximately 43 locations in the process. An all-you-can-eat buffet at $5 is a price structure that cannot accommodate quality ingredients or fresh preparation without losing money on every transaction. Like Sbarro, the pizza sits under warming lamps on the buffet line rather than produced to order, meaning time between preparation and consumption is an unknown the customer cannot control. As one consumer summarized in a thread cited by Cheapism, the question is what you expect from a $5 buffet. The answer the market gave, apparently, was a bankruptcy filing and 43 fewer locations. Number 4 to avoid, Chuck E. Cheese. CEC Entertainment, the parent company of Chuck E. Cheese, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in June 2020. The pizza consistently ranks at or near the bottom of any national quality survey, and that is entirely predictable from the business model. Chuck E. Cheese is an entertainment venue that sells pizza as a supporting product. The animatronics, arcade games, party packages, and tickets are the actual business. The pizza is what the table orders while the kids play. When pizza is the secondary function of an entertainment operation rather than the primary product, quality reflects exactly that priority. The bankruptcy reinforced what customer reviews had been saying for years. Without the entertainment component justifying the visit, there is very little reason to go at all. Number 3, to avoid Little Caesars. Little Caesars built its brand around the hot and ready model, which means walking in and immediately receiving a pizza that has been sitting under warming lamps rather than freshly made to your order. The appeal is price and speed. The trade-off is that the pizza you receive has been waiting for you rather than the other way around, and the duration of that wait is entirely unknown at the point of purchase. Tasting Table ranked Little Caesars near the bottom of its 16-chain taste test, specifically because the hot and ready counter model produces pizzas with a lack of freshness compared to made-to-order competitors. Customer reviews on Reddit and multiple consumer platforms note the same pattern. The pizza tastes fine when fresh from the oven and noticeably worse when it has been holding for any length of time, which the hot and ready model makes the default experience rather than the exception. Number 2, to avoid Papa John's. Papa John's runs one of the most recognized advertising slogans in the history of fast food: better ingredients, better pizza. In federal court, that slogan was evaluated and classified by a judge as legal puffery, meaning it is an exaggerated statement based on opinion rather than a verifiable factual claim. That ruling came out of the case Pizza Hut versus Papa John's, in which the courts were asked to evaluate whether Papa John's was making a factual claim it could not substantiate. The legal determination was that it was not a factual claim at all. The same case produced court documents describing how Papa John's actually makes its pizza: tomato sauce canned before being reheated at the restaurant, and dough produced in regional factories rather than freshly prepared at each location. In 2024, Papa John's UK operations issued an allergen recall of their garlic and herb dip due to undeclared peanut contamination. In 2018, founder and then CEO John Schnatter resigned following a racial slur controversy that triggered a measurable sales decline the chain has not fully recovered from. The slogan, the court documents, the recall, and the leadership scandal form a documented pattern of a brand whose marketing consistently outpaces its product. Number 1, to avoid Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut was once the largest pizza chain on earth. It lost that title to Domino's in 2017 and has been in structural decline since. The clearest documentation of where that decline has landed comes from federal bankruptcy court records filed in July 2024, when EYM Pizza, one of Pizza Hut's largest U.S. franchisees, with approximately 140 locations across 5 states, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. In the filings and the preceding lawsuits, EYM specifically cited Pizza Hut's inability to stay competitive and outdated practices as factors in its collapse. Court records from QSR Magazine's reporting further revealed that EYM's Pizza Hut restaurants were failing quality assessments at significantly higher rates than other Pizza Hut franchisees, meaning the problem was not just one bad operator, but a system producing consistent quality failures across locations. Pizza Hut locations were also included in the 2024 E. coli recall tied to Taylor Farms onions, the same contaminated supplier linked to the McDonald's outbreak that killed 1 person and hospitalized 34. Pizza Hut did not generate the same scale, but its locations received the same USDA recall notice. A chain that has lost global market leadership, that has its largest franchisee citing its own outdated practices in a bankruptcy filing, that failed quality assessments at significantly higher rates per court documents, and that received a federal E. coli recall in the same calendar year, takes the top position on this list. Clear winner, Domino's. Domino's earns its spot for the most documented quality turnaround in the history of chain pizza. In 2010, Domino's CEO J. Patrick Doyle went on camera and acknowledged customer feedback, saying the pizza tasted like cardboard and the sauce tasted like ketchup. The company then publicly reformulated every component from crust to sauce to cheese. By 2017, Domino's surpassed Pizza Hut to become the largest pizza chain on earth by global sales. Taste of Home's 16 chain blind taste test ranked Domino's among the best, noting the crust quality and sauce flavor. No other chain on this list demonstrated the same willingness to confront and correct a documented quality failure with the same measurable result. Clear winner, Papa Murphy's. Papa Murphy's take and bake model produces pizza using fresh, never frozen dough and toppings that are assembled at the store and baked by the customer at home. This is the only major chain in America where the pizza goes directly from assembly to your oven without ever passing through a holding lamp, a delivery bag, or a warming unit. In a 2022 national survey published by multiple consumer outlets, Papa Murphy's was named the best pizza chain in America for food quality and value. The 2023 Salmonella recall specifically affected raw cookie dough products, not pizza, and the CDC's investigation was limited to that product category. The take and bake pizza itself has not been the subject of a food safety event, and the fresh ingredient model remains genuinely differentiated from every chain in the avoid list. Clear winner. Blaze Pizza. Blaze Pizza operates on a fast casual model that produces each pizza individually, made to order, from never frozen dough that is prepared fresh daily at each location. There is no pre-made inventory, no heat lamp holding period, and no central factory producing the dough. The build-your-own format and the individual portion sizing mean every pizza is assembled fresh in front of the customer and moved directly to a high-temperature oven. Blaze has no major food safety recall on record, and independent taste tests consistently place it above every chain in the avoid list on ingredient freshness and crust quality. The model costs slightly more per pizza than Little Caesars or Cici's, but the difference between a pizza held under a lamp and one pulled from the oven 60 seconds ago is the entire value proposition. Drop a comment and tell us which chain surprised you most on this list. And subscribe, because we are running the same verified research standard across every major food and restaurant category, so you always know what the federal court records and the CDC documentation actually say before you order.